Yeah, if they're telling you that there's no clones, the guy telling you is probably a fucking clone. At this point, I have no doubt that they've made human clones. They've made dog clones. You can get your dog cloned. If your dog's gonna die, you can get the DNA from your dog, get a fucking puppy, and it'll be eerily similar to your dog. They think including some personality traits, which is just very bizarre, very Pet Cemetery.
Right.
But if they can do that, why can't they do that to people?
Jim Carrey just popped up in Paris looking and sounding like a totally different person, and people immediately started making comparisons to what happened with Kanye last year. Every time a celebrity starts speaking out about the industry, something strange seems to follow. Suddenly they show up again acting different, looking different, and walking back everything they said. So the big question floating around online right now is simple. Who exactly was the person people saw at the 2026 Caesar Awards claiming to be Jim Carrey? Only a few days ago, Jim Carrey appeared at the 2026 Caesar Awards after being completely absent from public life for months. Fans hadn't seen him since November of last year, so when cameras finally caught him again, the internet lit up fast. People started pointing out how different he looked. His mannerisms seemed off, his skin looked smoother, the color of his eyes appeared different, and even his voice sounded unfamiliar to some viewers. To many fans, watching closely, it didn't feel like the same Jim Carrey they had followed for decades. Some people quickly suggested plastic surgery might explain the change, but others weren't convinced. Cosmetic work might smooth wrinkles or adjust a jawline, sure, but it doesn't change someone's eye color. And even if someone wears contact lenses, critics online said the bigger issue was how he spoke and carried himself.
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, then I watched everybody talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead.
According to them, the tone, rhythm, and energy didn't match the Jim Carrey they remembered at all. For the past few years, Jim had been openly frustrated with the entertainment world. He talked several times about stepping away from Hollywood and living a quieter life. In fact, he stopped showing up at award shows altogether and even once described them as the most meaningless thing he could think of. Now compare that version of Jim Carrey to the person who showed up at the recent Caesar Awards. People online quickly started saying the same thing. These are not the same person. Rumors spread fast claiming Jim Carrey had been replaced by a clone. For years, Jim had been speaking openly about strange things happening behind the scenes in the entertainment world.
Streets, you need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. There's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join. And here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in
Boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut her down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is
After Sean Diddy Combs made headlines with legal troubles, Jim even talked about how humiliation rituals, strange traditions, and powerful groups still had influence in Hollywood. But the version of Jim people saw at the Caesar Awards sounded completely different. Instead of criticizing the industry, he kept praising it, talking about how much he loved acting in the entertainment business. That sudden shift made a lot of fans suspicious right away. When clips from the event started going viral, Some viewers suggested maybe it wasn't Jim at all, but a prank. Others wondered if it was a YouTuber or someone using heavy makeup.
Conspiracy theory about beloved Hollywood actor Jim Carrey right now because people are saying he's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like two conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
So yesterday, 64-year-old Jim Carrey received a Caesar Award in Paris, which is like a French Oscar. And he was just suspiciously acting out of character for the iconic Jim Carrey personality. And longtime fans also noticed he looked younger or very different. And for a lot of actors in Hollywood, that's the norm. He's 64. I support people getting work done. But a lot of conspiracy theorists who are really just diehard fans say normally Jim Carrey would never do this. His whole brand is drastically changing his facial expressions and melding his face into whatever he needs to do for his role. It's just the last person you would ever expect to do that. But what's really freaking people out and driving home the conspiracy theory is that his eyes are a completely different color now. They are green, but they used to be very obviously brown. Is it him? Is someone new under the mask? And Jim Carrey is infamous for his whole career long time, giving very powerful speeches against government corruption, against capitalism, against those.
A few people even pointed fingers at Alexis Stone, a famous transformation artist known for turning into celebrities with makeup, but that theory quickly fell apart when people realized Alexis Stone wasn't involved. Fans then started digging up older interviews from Jim himself. In one conversation years ago, Jim casually mentioned that he sometimes used a body double for certain situations, but many viewers said what they were seeing now didn't look like a simple stand-in. To them, something about it felt way stranger. The real Jim had spent years questioning Hollywood and speaking about powerful groups influencing people behind the scenes. Now suddenly this version of him was glowing with excitement about the same industry he once criticized.
Talking about Jim's problem with the as he calls them, the stockerazzi.
This is the phrase that I've coined.
They stalk you. He coined that. He came up with that.
Yeah.
So how do you handle it? What is the solution? Because a lot of folks would be interested in this. What do you do?
I've done this a few times now, and it's using a decoy.
I'm sorry, a decoy?
Using a decoy. It sounds so ridiculous, but it works like a charm.
Like a double.
It's fantastic.
Like a Jim Carrey double.
A Jim Carrey double.
Well, yeah, that's amazing.
So what I do is I send him off in one direction, sucks all the press in that direction, and I can just have my day. And
whatever
just
you want to
go
do.
Wherever I want, totally unmolested. It's fantastic.
Right.
And,
well, they say the best ideas are the simplest ones, and this really couldn't be more simple.
It really is
and
amazing.
I'm sure it worked.
The situation got so confusing that even other celebrities began reacting online. Actress Megan Fox reportedly commented on Instagram saying, "I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real." Meanwhile, one viral tweet about the situation started spreading everywhere. For years, Jim Carrey was known for talking about peace, meditation, and spiritual awareness. He often spoke about people waking up and seeing through the illusion of fame and power. Because of that, some people online now believe that's exactly why he was targeted. One viral comment even claimed Jim Carrey was once about peace, meditation, and disclosure. This interview is why he was and replaced. They gave him a choice of going to prison for his girlfriend's overdose or being controlled. He chose cloning. They killed him anyway and made him a hateful puppet.
Is that a gang sign? Have you...
oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Well, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh. I like it.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and you know, look at them trying to...
Now, that theory sounds wild to a lot of people, but supporters of it argue that similar stories have popped up around other huge celebrities too. One name that always comes up in these conversations is Kanye West.
Like, we're gonna take your money, we're gonna block you, we're gonna do this, we're gonna take your life. Like a lot of, my life has been through. I wake up every day just surprised to be alive. Like, because of how many threats I got from political to, you know, Twitter commentary to all that, just like going through, just to be like, boom, I'm exposed because the first step to cleaning up something is like people be like, man, it's some smell, it just smell like that. It's like, have you checked under that couch? But nobody want to lift up that couch. And when you go to lift up the couch, the whole industry is like, stay away from that couch. Yeah. Found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military, essentially working on psyops in the Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, woe-is, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
So, look, I guess
Kanye once warned fans that if he ever returned looking or sounding completely different, people shouldn't believe it was really him. And what shocked many fans is that later on, some viewers believed they were seeing exactly that play out. According to these online discussions, the pattern always looks the same. A celebrity becomes tired of the fame and starts talking about what happens behind closed doors in the industry. Then suddenly they disappear from public view for a while. Months later, they return looking different and defending the very system they once criticized. Supporters of this theory often point to how Kanye spoke during interviews before he vanished from the spotlight for a period. Back then, many people described him as thoughtful and outspoken about deeper issues. But when he returned publicly, fans started debating his behavior again, especially during his very public relationship moments with Bianca Censori. Some people online even claimed the changes in how he acted were part of a bigger effort to damage his reputation.
The phony would clone me. Just watch how they cloned me. Hey, look at me, saw me.
I was Ye, and then they started making more Yays.
I think Kanye is a clone. I wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say. I think there are clones, and I'm gonna tell you why. Remember, he was really talking a lot. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out, and he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
What the happened? He was gone.
Well, he did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same in person. It's not. Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristen? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like that's not Kristen.
You literally will get...
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my...
The same person once praised for insight and creativity was suddenly being labeled unstable by large parts of the media. One moment that fueled even more discussion was when Kanye agreed to go back on medication. In an earlier interview, he had said that powerful people were trying to pressure him into taking medication to quiet him down, and he even claimed he would rather die than be forced back onto it.
I would rather be dead, not in jail, because I'd rather be dead than to be on medication. No one from the family has taken any responsibility for my hospital visit, but if we were to go online, that's 50% of what people say at least, or maybe am I lying?
It doesn't matter.
Am I lying? It do matter! It does matter! It does matter!
I mean, morally, you just said, you know...
I have to finish the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. 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 I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
Now, however, people online claim that Kanye West is suddenly back on medication and even apologizing to people in the industry he once criticized. That kind of turnaround shocked a lot of fans. Many said the old Kanye would never move like that. Because of that, wild theories started spreading fast, with some viewers claiming the Kanye people see today must be a clone. One viral tweet even said, "This is not Kanye, this is a clone." The man recently called himself the new Jesus, and I said to myself, that's it, we've lost him. But I can't ignore what my eyes are seeing. This ain't him, fight me. Online communities pushing these theories say the idea of celebrity clones is an open secret in entertainment. According to them, whenever a celebrity grows too powerful or difficult for the industry to control, they mysteriously disappear for a while. Then months later, they reappear acting completely different. Some of these rumors have even spread to other major figures in music. For example, a few internet users have suggested that the prison sentence involving Sean Diddy Combs might actually be served by a lookalike or stand-in.
Clone? Apparently there's this thing spreading around where people are saying that the person that's actually in jail is not the real Diddy. Let me catch you up to speed. This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face? They're very prominent, and they are from the real Diddy. However, in this mugshot right here, you do not see these markings at all, so people are claiming that whoever is in jail, allegedly, supposedly, is not the real Diddy. This photo always terrified me. There's just something off about this photo. To make matters even more weird, Diddy's private jet is still flying around as we speak and making stops in various locations around the world. Just a few days ago, his private jet was spotted at Auckland Airport, a spot normally reserved for private aircraft. This is from the account Celebrity Jets. They're actually tracking P. Diddy's private jet flight path. And this is when it was landing at New Zealand. And 2 days ago, it was at Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the actual private jet that Diddy owned. And you can see him getting off this private jet.
Explosive documentary is Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alexandria Stapleton.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
The recordings give viewers an intimate look at Combs' mindset ahead of his criminal trial, even conversations with his legal team.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps.
What was he intending to use it for?
I have no idea what he was doing that for.
I mean, you know, you're talking about a man who films himself doing everything and has for decades. I think he wanted someone to be behind the scenes with him.
Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News today, saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix. Netflix referring NBC News to a statement from Stapleton in which she said they lawfully obtained the footage.
That nigga gonna make you watch his funeral. Nigga televised his funeral. He ain't even dead. He was just up there. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly, bitch. I don't know shit. I just be up here talking. I love Jamie Foxx. Let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. But his clone. His clone ain't shit. His clone kept on messing up. The clone showed up with a face full of freckles. We ain't never even seen Jamie Foxx with freckles. This clone is stupid as hell. The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head. I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. I still don't know what had happened was. That nigga started the story with, and somebody gave me an aspirin, and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That's sound like somebody gave you a dick. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared of all this. And they don't invite me nowhere because they know what the f is up. I want to see the shenanigans, my nigga, but I do not want to participate. This when I knew I was gonna fuck with Jamie. This was having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball. But I don't love basketball like that, bitch.
Fans online started comparing public photos of Diddy with alleged images from inside Fort Dix, claiming the facial structure looked different. Others pointed to flight records connected to Diddy's private plane, claiming it was reportedly flying toward Caribbean islands around the time of his arrest. According to those spreading the theory, that moment was the last time the real Diddy was seen publicly before rumors about a replacement started circulating. Podcast host Joe Rogan has also discussed futuristic technology and cloning during conversations on his show. That alone fueled even more speculation online. Diddy was one of the most powerful figures in the music industry for decades, so some fans started asking a wild question: could a stand-in really be serving time while the real person is somewhere else? Comedian Cat Williams has also talked about the clone rumors, and he even brought up Jamie Foxx during one conversation. According to Williams, something felt off when Jamie returned to the spotlight after his mysterious health scare. He claimed the person people were seeing didn't look exactly the same as before. Williams pointed to small details, saying the person had more freckles than the real Jamie ever had and was missing a tattoo on the back of his head. Williams also stirred up more discussion when he suggested the real Jamie Foxx had connections to parties hosted by Sean Diddy Combs. Those comments instantly fueled more internet theories and debates across social media. The rumors about a Jamie Foxx clone really started spreading after the actor suddenly disappeared from public view because of a serious health issue. For months, fans barely heard anything about what actually happened. Even today, Jamie has kept most of the details private about the medical situation and why he needed to stay away from cameras for so long. Some people online also noticed the timing. Jamie's sudden illness happened around the same period when Diddy's legal troubles were making headlines. Then later, Jamie slowly returned to public appearances after things settled down. That timeline made conspiracy discussions explode online. But now the big question goes to you. Do you think this is all coincidence and internet rumors running wild? Or do you believe something deeper could be happening behind the scenes in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you made it all the way through this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone who loves celebrity mysteries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.